Hey guys, guess what time it is? We are going to be picking our August TBR with a TBR jar prompt. Before I started shooting this video, I just mixed all the prompts up, so I don't know what prompts are on the top. But I will just tell you this, I failed spectacularly at my July TBR, but we'll talk about that in our July wrap-up. So let's get started with our August TBR, okay? As a mood reader, I know I will not be able to complete the whole TBR because I don't want to force myself to read books that I know I'm not going to enjoy at that particular time. So let's get started with our July TBR. Not July, August TBR, okay? So the first prompt is, I'll let you see it first, okay? Oh. Okay. Finish a series. Okay, so let's see which series I'm in the middle of and if I have any last books to read in series. I know what I could pick, okay? So the book that I'm going to be picking is Wrath of the Dragons. This is the second book in the Fear the Flames duology, I think. I'm not sure. But it comes out July 29th. So I'm not going to be reading it in July. I'll be reading it in August. So we could, one of the options could be Wrath of the Dragons. Then the next option could also be Fury Bound. It is the second book in the Diabound series. It comes out July 30th. But I feel like I'm more in the mood for Wrath of the Dragons because I loved Fear the Flames. So, the first book on our August TBR is going to be Wrath of the Dragons. So let me write it down, okay? Wrath of the Dragons. The cover of this book is like really pretty. I loved Fear the Flames. It was such a good book. I read the indie published version, not the traditionally published version. The author is Olivia Rose Darling. It is a fantasy book with dragons and some of the tropes that I really love. It was a very fun time, a banter-filled fun time, okay? So, that is the first book on our August TBR. So, let's pick the second prompt. I don't know what it is. Fae fantasy. Okay, so this is a really interesting prompt, okay? A fae fantasy, okay. So, I don't know which books have faes in them, but let's see. So it could probably be In the Veins of Drowning. Is that a fae fantasy? Okay, now this. Okay, okay. A Court This Cruel and Lovely. I think that is the name of the book. Court. I think it has faes in them because I saw Emmy Rossum read it and she loved it. So, okay, yeah, this book has faes in there. So, the second book on our August TBR is going to be A Court This Cruel and Lovely by Stacia Stark. The premise of this book is that just hours after humans are born, the gods take what little power we have. In return, they protect our borders from the vicious, merciless fae. The humans who manage to keep their powers are known as the corrupt, and they are put to death. When my forbidden power is discovered, I am forced to flee my tiny village and the life I adore. To survive, I make a desperate bargain with the mercenary whose face I've been seeing in my dreams. It's agreed that I'll help him into the city and he'll help me learn to wield the strange dark power I have always hidden. The power that may just be the key to my survival. But the ruthless mercenary is hiding secrets of his own. Secrets that threaten the safety of everyone I love. Secrets that could tear this kingdom and perhaps even this world apart. So, that is the premise of A Court This Cruel and Lovely. I did not tell you the premise of Wrath of the Dragons. I can't speak suddenly because it is the second book in a series and you will be spoiled for the first book if I tell you the premise of the second. So, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Okay, I'm really having fun with this TBR. Let's pick the third prompt. Oh shoot, okay, this fell out. So I'm feeling like this is a sign to pick this. This is a big one. Okay. Okay, book gives up Reputation album vibes. The album I'm talking about is Reputation by Taylor Swift. So, a book that centers around revenge and a fantasy and stuff like that. So, let's see which books I have. So, guys, after a lot of speculation, I've settled on the book Five Broken Blades by Mike Harland. This gives me Reputation album vibes because let me read you the premise, okay? The king of Yusan must die. The five most dangerous liars in the land have been mysteriously summoned to work together for a single objective: to kill the god King June. He has it coming. Under his merciless immortal hand, the nobles flourish while the poor and innocent are imprisoned, ruined, or sold. And now each of the five blades will come for him. Each has tasted bitterness from the hired hitman seeking atonement and the lovely assassin who seeks freedom, to the prince banished for his cruel crimes, to the and none of them can resist the sweet icy lure of vengeance. They can agree on murder, they can agree on treachery, but for these five killers, each versed in deception, lies, betrayal, it's not enough to forge an alliance. To survive, they will have to find a way to trust each other, but only one can take the crown. Let the best liar win. Liars, betrayal, lies, deception, murder, treachery. This all gives me Reputation album vibes, and many people have mixed reviews on this book. Some people absolutely love it, some people are like mid on it, some people hate it. So I'm curious to see where I stand. So the third book on our August TBR is Five Broken Blades. So now let's pick the fourth prompt. Oh. This is okay. I don't know if you can see it. Is it like this? Yeah. So a standalone book. Okay, so there I want to read a fantasy book because there are not many fantasy standalones and I've been craving a standalone. So let's see. Is this a standalone? I don't know. I think it is. Yeah, I think it is. Okay, yeah. So the standalone book I'm going to be picking for this prompt is Immortal by Su Lin Chan. Okay. So I read A Song to Drown Rivers in July. Absolutely loved it. I've been wanting to read more Chinese fantasies and stuff like that. So this is exactly a Chinese fantasy. So let me read you the blurb of this book. The young prince to a mortal crown, Lien. Oh my god, I can't read. The young heir to a mortal crown, Lien ascends a precarious throne when her grandfather dies, vowing to end her kingdom's obligation to the immortals and take vengeance against those she feels responsible for his death. When she is summoned to the immortal realm, she seizes the opportunity to learn their secrets and to form a tenuous alliance to safeguard her people, all with the one she should fear and mistrust the most, the ruthless god of war. So, but with darker foes closing in around them and her kingdom plunged into peril, Lien must risk everything to save her people from an unspeakable fate, even if it means forging a dangerous bond with the immortal, even if it means losing her heart. So I'm very excited for this. I love A Song to Drown Rivers, and I saw Emmy Rossum's newest vlog where she went on a book bestie trip and they were like answering questions and stuff like that. So one of the people said that their favorite standalone was Immortal by Su Lin Tan. So I'm very excited to read this book. So the fourth book on our August TBR is Immortal. I have 5-star predictions from like all of these books, so I'm very excited. Then let's pick the fifth prompt. Why am I opening prompt? Book that gives vibes of the season you are in. It is currently the rainy season, so a book that gives off mystic, thriller, mysterious, haunting vibes. Okay, so kind of like a mystery or a fantasy. All of the books on my TBR till now are fantasies. I want something like literary fiction, something fun. So let's see which gives off mysterious vibes like that. Okay, yeah, I know what I'm going to pick for this prompt. The book I'm going to be picking is Not Quite Dead Yet by Holly Jackson. This is a newest release. It is a thriller mystery book, and let me tell you the blurb of the book. Not Quite Dead Yet. It just got published, so I don't have any chance to read it in July, so I'll be reading it in August for sure. Okay, so Jet Mason is solving her own murder. In 7 days, Jet Mason will be dead after a violent Halloween attack leaves her with a fatal brain injury. Jet is told she won't survive the week. She doesn't know who hurt her or why, but with time running out, she is determined to find out. Was it her powerful family, her ex-best friend turned sister-in-law, her old boyfriend? With only childhood friend Billy by her side, Jet begins to unravel the truth. She may be dying, but she won't go quietly. I have read like every single Holly Jackson book. Her books are like amazing. Their endings like have my jaw on the floor. So I'm very excited for this. And one cool thing about this book is that the book cover is like a brain, and I just absolutely love it. I love Holly Jackson's writing and mysteries and stuff like that. And this premise is so interesting. So, the fifth book on our August TBR is Not Quite Dead Yet. So guys, let's pick the last prompt, the sixth prompt, okay? Oh, I like my... Okay, no. A sequel, so we will be continuing a series, okay? So, which series do I want to continue? Series I'm in the middle of reading. Okay, the book I'm going to be picking, or like one of the options for this prompt is Magnolia Parks, The Long Way Home. This is like the third book in the Magnolia Parks universe. I loved the Daisy Hates book one. The first Magnolia Parks book was like, okay, it was meh. Also, which could I? Okay, yeah. So I feel like that is the only option. That is the only book that I'm in the like mood for right now. So, what this book is about? It is about BJ and Magnolia. It is following BJ and Magnolia. I can't tell you the summary of the book, the blurb of the book, because it will spoil the first two books in the series. But just know that it is very, very, very toxic. It is very, very, very fast paced. There are a lot of repeating themes, and the second book ended on a cliffhanger. So I'm excited to read this book. So the sixth book on our July TBR is going to be Magnolia Parks, The Long Way Home. So let's do a quick recap, okay? So the first prompt I got was finish a series, and for that prompt I chose Wrath of the Dragons by Olivia Rose Darling. The second book in Fear the Flames. I loved Fear the Flames. It was so good. It is like a princess vibey thingy because the main character is a princess, and the story goes from there. The plot twist had my jaw on the floor. So the first book on our August TBR is Wrath of the Dragons. For the prompt, finish a series. Then the next prompt was Fae Fantasy, and for that I chose the book A Court This Cruel and Lovely because it has fays in it, and I'm very excited to read that book too. Then the next prompt was a book that gives off Reputation album vibes by Taylor Swift. The book I chose for this was Five Broken Blades by Mike Holland. Very, very, very excited to read that too. Then the next prompt was a standalone book. I chose Immortal by Su Lin Tan because it is a Chinese retelling fantasy, and I'm in the mood for Chinese retelling fantasies. Then the next prompt was a book that gives vibes of the season I'm currently in. We are in the monsoon season in India right now. So the book for that is Not Quite Dead Yet, because it is a thriller mystery with kind of like gloomy vibes, I guess you could say. And the last prompt was a sequel, and for that I chose Magnolia Park's The Long Way Home by Jessa Hastings. And yeah, that's all for today's video. Which book? Okay, comment the brain emoji for Not Quite Dead Yet to let me know that you watched till the end of the video. Comment your August TBR, and yeah, that's all for today's video. Like, share, subscribe, you know all that YouTube stuff to do. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye. I love you all.